guys. So I am Alisa Donye. I am doing this video today to introduce y'all to who I am. I'm gonna start doing these videos. I'm gonna start sharing myself with you all, pouring myself out, and hopefully it's gonna reach someone in a way that will be helpful. So I am an aspiring writer. I am my family and friends' biggest hype man and motivator. If optimism and positivity was a person, it would be me. I'm a speaker, a child of God. I'm love, hope, so much belief. I'm forward thinking, a visionary, and a humanitarian. I'll start by just saying a little bit about who I am, right? So I am Alisa Donye, originally from Houston, Texas. I love my family. I'm definitely a lover. I'm a giver of myself in so many ways to people. I'm a hairstylist. I love natural textures, natural hair. It is what drives me, what gives me so much joy. I love my family. I have friends that have become like family to me, and I spend so much of my time in my world with my family and my friends. I have such a personal relationship with God. I've always had a relationship with God that has developed into something amazing over the years, and I definitely owe everything to God today and leading up to today. I definitely would be no Alisa Donye if there were no God in my life. So I am just taking y'all on this journey with me. I have had so many different things to take place to build me, to break me down first, and then to build me back up. And I'm currently in a building process. I feel like I'm in that gap, and I just want to be able to be vulnerable enough to share everything that's taking place along the way, because I haven't reached my height yet, right? But it's important to me to be able to share the journey. So that's what these videos are gonna be. I'm gonna start out by just being vulnerable enough to share poetry with y'all. That's one thing that I want to be able to open up more with, because I know I'm gifted in that area, and I know that it will be helpful to so many people. And then also this journey, this hair journey that I'm on professionally, that is, when I tell y'all, it has had so many different twists and turns and different changes that have come about throughout my life in this journey, that they're like, God is completely in the mix, and these things are testimonies that I'm supposed to share. So that's why I'm just being vulnerable enough to share every single thing, the ups, the downs, I have a lot of highs, and some of these lows, y'all, we all go through them though. So I just want to be vulnerable. I want to grow. I want to continue to evolve. That is also who I am, ever seeking growth and evolution and change for myself and everybody around me. So here we are, and I'm excited to share with y'all. We shall see what is in store. I'd like to get even more intimate and share some of my poetry. This is me on a whole different level, because I don't normally share it. It's me pouring myself out. So, I know that it's going to touch somebody. It is something I'm very sensitive on. So, any negative feedback, keep it to yourself. But this is something that I wrote on my 36th birthday, sitting on the beach in Venice Beach, on the Pacific Ocean, beautiful views, but I wasn't spending my birthday in a way that I had in the past, where I'm surrounded by so many of my family and friends. It was me alone in a new city and state, my first time ever living in another state. Hadn't quite gotten where I needed to be in this career that I'm after. And I'm just like, things aren't going the way that I expected them to go at this point. So here is the mindset that I was in at that time on my 36th birthday. So this is called Chapter 36. A girl engulfed in her own world could truly have the ability to make your toes curl. But what more will she be to you in the end? Is she someone you can trust? Can you be open? Is she your friend? Who really knows what questions should be asked until the end? This thing called life, where everything can be a sin. A world where you ain't shit if you haven't found a way to win. And what does that look like anyway in this America we live in? Here I go, back to asking questions again. But me being me, I can't help it. I'm sure it's something I'll always do. Because if you have no questions, there is no need for answers or tests of this life that are due to you. We're here to connect with the purpose that's burning deep inside. It has and will always be inside of you, so there's nowhere to hide. Let it out. Be you, unapologetically and with pride. Let your light shine. Do what you must with your time. Stop wasting it away, because you see it could be short. And not one of us knows the day or the hour and things of that sort. Leave a mark. Don't let them forget you. Just make sure you lead them right and always stay true. When times get rough, trust and believe in you. This will help you to accept the test that you must go through. Every single time, every single thing has a purpose and is positioned just right. Just be mindful, stay present, and always treat people right. So in order to take y'all on this hair journey with me, the journey that I'm on, it all started with hair. I want to take y'all back to the beginning of when hair even sparked such an interest in me, which actually it started at a very early age. I started doing locks. One of my friends wanted me to start hers, and I got clients from there when I was like 15. So I did that for like 2 years, and I also grew up doing my whole household's hair, my mom and my sisters. Then I gave it up, like as far as doing it for work, when I was 17, went to college, and hair just wasn't even a thought in that way. Except for a few of my friends, I would flat iron, get us ready for the evening, things of that nature. Now, none of this ever made me feel like hair was something that I wanted to do as a career. It was just something that came easy and that I did. So 2011 was my last relaxer, and from that point, like, I just became crazy about hair. Anytime I saw someone with hair that I thought was beautiful, I couldn't keep my eyes off of their head. Like, I'm sure people thought I was crazy, a little bit. But, I just became really passionate about it. But the thing was, like, I never knew how to braid. I tried really hard to learn from some of the best braiders, but I could never get it. So, 2013, I started practicing on my sister and my niece. And but my braids were super duper loose, like it was bad. So I took a class. I was thinking that I was going to learn how to do hair from this class, but what I learned was braiding is really self-taught. Like, you have to practice in order to really get it. So 2013 I got a braiding license. I started 2013 I started practicing. 2015 I went and took a class and got the braiding license. I got that license and then started working part-time in a salon, just trying to build on the skill. So 6 months into it, by August of 2015, I decided to leave my corporate America job, my guaranteed income, my 9 to 5, in August of 2015, and went full-time working for myself doing hair. Since then, I realized just how passionate I was about doing hair. How much I was gifted because I was learning. It took me so long to learn how to braid, but then once I learned, I developed certain skills and would catch on to different techniques so quickly and easily that I realized that it actually was a gift. So from that point, I ended up going back to school because that braiding license that I got in the state of Texas, they did away with it in 2015. You no longer needed a braiding license to work in a salon and to do natural hair. So because it had become my full-time career, I felt that it was important for me to be licensed in some way. So I decided to go back to school, to Franklin Beauty School, Franklin the best. And I mean, that was just the right thing for me to do at that time, to end up at that school, because it afforded me so many opportunities. Besides the fact that I was getting licensed to be able to do everything and to not be limited only to natural hair, even though that was and still is what I'm most passionate about. All that I want to do and my entire vision, it was necessary to get a full cosmetology license. So while I was at Franklin's in 2017, I had an opportunity to work a stage show at the Image Expo in Houston with Naja, who is a nail tech. She had a booth at the show, and it was across from Kim Kimball's. Naja is a well-known celebrity nail tech. Kim Kimball is a well-known celebrity hairstylist. They work together, they have a relationship, and so each of the booths just mingled together, and I took that opportunity to pull Kim Kimball to the side and just tell her how I admired the things that she does. It was funny that back when I watched her show, LA Hair, I wasn't doing hair full-time professionally at that time, but there was just something about her that I felt connected to. And so the night before, which I really didn't even know if I was going to have an opportunity to meet her, but that I knew that she could possibly be at the show, I practiced what I was going to say in the mirror. It was like important to me that I had a conversation with her, and that it was a conversation that was going to lead to something else. So from our conversation, I let her know how I admired her work, and what she said to me was she was going to see me again. And from that, like, I just took it and ran with it, like, oh, we're going to work together. She's going to be my mentor. I began to tell everybody, all of my clients, like, really truly speak it into existence. But at the time, I was still in school. I still had another year left. So, I knew that it was going to be some time off. It wasn't going to be immediately that was going to take place. So let's see. I had the conversation with her. It stayed etched in my mind. And to me, like, that's been a really important part of being able to manifest, like recalling those things that sparked or that stood out to you and helped to be your drive to keep calling it out and helping you to know. It's like a confirmation of what you've seen, whatever the vision is. So in 2018, I had finished school by this time. I was ready for whatever the next level was going to be. I didn't want to, spend a whole lot of time just trying to figure it out. I was ready to, like, get to whatever it was. So Kim posted this potential show that would air on BET. The name would possibly be becoming the next big celebrity hairstylist. So I took a shot in the dark and just applied for it. I had to, write some things up, and to my surprise, they really, really liked me, and they called me back. They interviewed with me. We did a Skype interview, and I'm thinking like, oh wow, this is how it's gonna happen. Like, I've been saying this all this time, like I'm gonna work with her, and now I'm possibly gonna be on this show, and like, oh my goodness, okay, let's get it, And then I didn't hear anything else from them in regards to the show. I'm just like, so did they not like me? What happened? I'm just like, what's going on? I know I didn't come this far to just be like left standing there, So I really want to just kind of stop there, but I want to let y'all know, like, I want to share every bit of my journey with y'all. So from this point, where I'm thinking that there's going to be a show that I'm going to be a part of, and that not actually taking place, there are a few other things that took place instead that I got to share with y'all, and got to share everything that I experienced along that journey. So stay tuned, and I'll just keep y'all posted.